So I've been to quite a few weddings, and I've heard a lot of wedding speeches. I've heard quite a few good ones, and quite a few unequally good ones. But I'd like to give you some tips on how to deliver a killer wedding speech, but you're gonna have to come with me. All right. The first piece of advice I can give you is to not live somewhere where it's winter time because of hat hair. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, don't live somewhere where there's winter. So, tip number 1, understand that it is an honor to be giving a wedding speech. Not everyone in their lives will be able to give a best man, maid of honor, father of the bride, daughter of the bride. I guess that's possible. But if you are selected to give a speech at a wedding, take the job seriously, because it's something that everyone's gonna remember. All right, I need to go get gas and then I'll tell you tip 2. Like my cat thing? So tip number 2 is to be original. You wouldn't believe the number of times I've heard the same speech just with the bride and groom's name replaced. Weddings are personal occasions filled with emotion, and you can tell pretty quickly when someone has taken a speech right off the internet. All right, so tip number, what are we on? 3? Yeah. Tip number 3, keep the speech under 5 minutes. Nobody ain't trying to go to sleep at these receptions. Typically, with 3-4 speeches given at a wedding, 5 minutes or less is perfect. Oh yeah, this is tip number 4. All right, so tip number 4. Tip number 4 I have written down because I think it's the most important tip of all. And that is to talk about the couple. Don't just talk about your friend or family member who asked you to give the speech. This isn't a speech about your BFF or sibling, it's about the couple. Yeah, I understand you can start with a story, but somehow be able to tie that story back into their relationship. People are there to hear about the couple. And honestly, for video's sake, it's a lot easier to make a video when okay, think about it like this. Your speech will make it in the video if you tell some sort of story about the couple. All right, I'm gonna ride this thing. I've never ridden this before, so wish me luck. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get it, don't worry. Tip number 5 is to avoid crude language. And I know, I totally understand this might be your style, might be something that you just don't care about, or you know that the family doesn't care, but who knows, grandma might be out there. I mean, look at Lance.
I first met Tarek back in 1995. I went to the hospital to see him. The first time I saw him, I knew you were gonna be the biggest pain in my...
You saw that he saved himself.
Sorry, Grandma. It's good.
By apologizing, but yeah, so I would just stay clear of swear words and being explicit. Just be aware. Yeah, all right. Hey. All right, tip number 6. Don't mention any past boyfriends or girlfriends. So don't say anything like, I just wanted to say congrats, and because we all remember what happened to Stacy. Yeah. So don't mention past boyfriends, girlfriends, or relationships. Let's go. So, tip number 7. Don't make fun of them. It's your job. It's your job as the person giving the speech to make them look good. Oh God, oh, I made it. Nope. I like these flaps coming up like this. It's like I'm flying. Yeah, I understand a small joke and stuff is fine. With family member or whatever. But you don't need to sit there and rip on them. Okay, 1 or 2 jokes is okay, but... Oh my God, these bumps, look at these bumps. Yeah, all right, tip number, what are we on, 8? Yeah, rehearse your speech, all right? I mean, you, like I was saying earlier, you were chosen to give this speech, and you're giving this speech in front of, could be 100, 200, 50, a little smaller, but still, this is a speech that will be remembered in history. Your speech will go down in history. Someone that I know that did this was Lauren. Not my Lauren, a different Lauren. This Lauren.
My name is Lauren Hartwig, and I am the matron of honor for Nick and Lindsay's big day. Whoop, whoop! I practiced this speech so many times. I practiced it in the car, and my husband was like, just stick to the phone, otherwise you're gonna get really carried away. You're a teacher, you like to ramble, and you'll just get really emotional. So stick to the words, so bear with me. Tip number 9, don't be afraid to get emotional. I know for some people that's harder, but your couple wants it to be from the heart, not from Google. So dig deep, say something super genuine about him, and I promise it'll be perfect. Even if you cry. Honestly, for me, I think crying is better. At least for the video's sake. All right, one more tip. Yeah, so tip number 10 is easy. It's the easiest part of the speech. You just have to remember to tell the guests to raise a glass.
I'm not just gonna give you some tips, I'm gonna give you a good example of a speech, and I'm gonna show you, I didn't have video at my wedding, but luckily I got audio. And this is my best man speech that I'm gonna overlay with drone shots and B-roll, so take notes of the speech. So, yeah, so take notes. Here it is.
There comes a time in everyone's life where they meet that special someone, their true love, the one they know they'll cherish for the rest of their lives. That moment came for Ben 11 years ago when he met me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bill Spencer. I'm the best man. I had the honor of being Ben's childhood best friend, and more importantly, Spanish class movie co-producer. I want to start off by first saying a special thank you to everyone who made it out here today, and everyone who made this day possible. Let's give it up for this beautiful venue. It's fantastic. And of course to Jane and Woody and Bob and Sherry for raising these stunning children. I couldn't be happier to be up here with Ben and Lauren today. And you know, Lauren, I really wanted to be the prettiest one here today, but you've massively outdone me. So we get a round of applause for Lauren. I was unbelievably honored when Ben asked me to be his best man. So much so that I wrote a long list of wonderful things to say about you, but Ben, I can't read your handwriting. What's that? No, all jokes aside. As I mentioned, Ben and I were Spanish class movie co-producers. That wasn't a joke. We spent days crafting these perfect movies. I remember one particular Saturday, we spent probably eight or 9 hours crafting the perfect opening scene. Picture, I don't know how many of you have seen Friends, but picture the opening scene from Friends, only Ben is Ross Geller and I'm Rachel Green, and we're all speaking Spanish. That's how it went. But you know, we never spent more than a half hour on the actual graded content. Were there more than 5 words of Spanish? No. Were our accent flawless? Absolutely not. But the filmography was flawless. No, just like Ben's movie producing, he never goes halfway. He's the kind of guy who sets his mind on something and doesn't stop until he achieves it. He's honestly the most passionate person I know. And I don't think I really understood that passion until Ben met Lauren. The first time I saw them together was actually at Coral Ridge Mall. And I specifically remember this moment, and I remember how happy they made each other and the way they interacted. And when I saw Ben look at Lauren, it was the same way that I looked at Ben. Honestly, I couldn't imagine anyone else sitting next to Ben today. You know, Lauren, you are a fun, energizing, and incredibly intelligent woman. I'm proud to call you a friend. And as your friend, I have to tell you about your one flaw. That's your questionable taste in men. Anyways, in the spirit of keeping this short, will you all raise your glass with me? Ben, you've been a wonderful friend to me throughout these years, and I could not in good consciousness let you marry somebody who didn't deserve you. And Lauren, you more than deserve Ben. To the happy couple, I wish you a lifetime of joy, love, and fulfillment. Cheers.
Oh my God. All right. I got you. All right, so yeah, that was an example.
Low battery, please recharge. battery, please recharge. Low battery, please recharge.